And today these lovely people are letting me take out this P-Reg Harley Davidson Sportster, and as you can hear, it's a bit of a loud baby. But let's go find somewhere where we can oh dear, listen to that. Let's go find somewhere where we can go and take her and have a good look around her. Oh, this is weird. Listen to the sound of that. Wow. I'm going to be fighting this one all the way. Right, so we'll take it for a quick ride down to St Mary's. I don't know how bigger people ride this though, because I'm only a little fella, 5'5", 29-inch inseam, but I feel like my legs are right up in the air. Oh, this smells like the old bikes, this does. Wow. Brakes are very springy. So far, this is the loudest thing I've ever ridden. Well, we're still looking for somewhere to pull over and have a look. Unfortunately, St Mary's has got a do on today, so I can't park there. But we'll keep looking. We'll go down this road and have a look. Woohoo! Oh my God. This isn't a new bike. This is one of the trade-ins, I would imagine. Let me just turn that key off. Okay. The Harley Davidson Sportster 1200 Evolution, it says there. Evolution. Yep. I have never ever ridden one of these before, so I haven't got the first clue about them. As usual though, I'll try and get just a few basic stats and put them up at the end with a picture of the bike. We'll get a nice nice shot of the bike, hopefully. Yep. Well, this is stunning. I mean, what was my first impression when I saw it? Okay, first impression was not what I expected, but then it's been like that with Harley Davidsons for me. Years and years growing up, Harley Davidson this, Harley Davidson that, wanting one all the time, and then I finally get on one and it's not what I expected. I mean, the front end of this feels very, very heavy for these tiny handlebars. I mean, let's see it from the back. Yeah, they're very tiny handlebars, and if I come round and you can see the actual, I mean, look at that chunk of a wheel on the front, all that weight for those tiny handlebars. Very tiny handlebars. Another thing that got me as well straight away was that it's got a choke on it there, and I'm going to say that's a reserve fuel tank. This is an old bike, and cosmetically it looks like it's been around, but if you're into these old bikes, you wouldn't mind that. I mean, like, it's just weathering, you know. It's they can all be replaced. Little bit of rust on these nuts and things, but it can all be replaced. Look at that tank. Was that teardrop-ish? Yeah, teardrop with a bit of a flat bit there. Yeah, oh, I see what our friend was on about. There's a bit of damage there, and somebody's covered it up with a sticker. But you know what, again, I haven't ridden any before, but I've seen far worse. And if you're into doing up bikes and you're in line for a Harley Sportster, you could do worse, I guess. You could do worse. Look at that tiny thing. How tiny is that? Again, I'm probably going to look really silly with some of the things that I say about the bike, because I really haven't got a clue. But I'm enjoying it. I do know that. And if your idea of a bike is to drown everybody else on the road out, this is the bike for you. God, that was noisy. That was very noisy. Oh, it's got its own bags as well. So we'll look at these. Now I make, well, I don't make them as a business, but I can make saddlebags like this for motorbikes and horses. And what this is probably Judging by this, I'd say it's a very thin veneer of leather. Probably a bit of cardboard in between, by the sound of it. It's very well stitched. It's pretty much in the line of a press stamp there. It's very much in the line with most of the modern bags that you buy. It's waterproof, I assume, and you can always put more waterproofing on it. It's got quite a bit of room in it. Oh, so you can either undo them, which I just did. Just put them back on, or, which you see a lot these days, is they've got them clips there, plastic clips. That's all right. Oh, look at this. This is the first bike I've ever ridden with a drive belt rather than a chain. You can't really tell the difference. I mean, okay, it's a belt, not a chain, but I guess unless you're a technician or something, which I am definitely not, you don't really notice. What's this? Let's have a look. Motex Harley Davidson. Oh, that's really hot. I wonder what that is. Oil, maybe? I'm not going to open it. The engine's quite hot. Could I tell you the first thing about the engine? No, not at the moment. It says on there Harley Davidson 5-speed. God, these exhausts so short, no wonder it's so loud. Very spongy grips on it. No, do you know, I was mentioning about short mirrors on bikes, but good grief. I'm showing my age now, but I like mirrors that I can actually see behind me, because I might be a short guy, but I've got wide shoulders, and they get blocked for me. They get blocked by my shoulders. Let's have a look at the clocks. Yeah, pretty much same as most clocks these days. Kilometers per hour inside, miles per hour on the outside, which, being miles per hour in this country, that's better, innit? Because your eyes are drawn there, really. It's your standard rev meter. They've not got, it's nothing fancy, is it? Engine stop and run, start button. They've got these indicators, one on either side. To be quite honest, I'm so used to having just the one button to deal with. I do ride a friend's bike now and again, and it's a Keyway K-Lite 125, and they have the exact same things. For me personally, I don't like that. I'd rather have just the one button to deal with. What else have we got? At least that's nice and small and unobtrusive, isn't it? It's got this fly screen on here. It's it's not really, I don't know whether that comes with the bike or what, to be honest. It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like the sort of part you'd have on a Harley. I think somebody might have stuck that on, but it doesn't look too bad. Looks alright. Look at these whacking great. A typical American. Made in USA. They are massive chunky indicators, them. Lots of wires hanging out. I don't know whether they call it standard forks, normal way round forks, but they're definitely not the upside down forks. It does make you wonder, is that deliberate? Is there a seal in there? I think there is, because most of them have something a bit chunkier over the end. Mind you, it's that, isn't it? That's what they normally have as rubber. I couldn't tell you what the brakes are because there's nothing written on them. They're obviously Harley Davidson. They're quite nippy. You do expect that they'd have 2 discs on the front, which I'm beginning to learn is what you would need for bikes with a lot of power. Got all this wires everywhere. Tyres, let's see, V rubber, V393F, and they are called Tour Cruise. And as far as tyres go, it's got rubber on it, and that's about my limit. The standard round headlight, which I like on all bikes. I'll say it every time, I do not like these modern headlights. I don't know what they're doing with them. It does look, it's probably the original headlight, but you feel, looking at the bike, how it spreads out and you look down the sides, it feels like you want a bigger headlight on it. And I'm wondering if someone's put these like this deliberately, you know, that's changed something on the bike, because that doesn't seem right somehow. But yeah, you get people, I mean, like our other friend at In2moto, Gilly Rides, I think he's called. If you go over to his channel and check it out, he rides much the same bikes that I ride from the same place, but he's got more in-depth technical side to it. Me, I'm looking at these bikes from an older person's point of view as to whether or not somebody in my age group might want to buy one. My age group as I am right now, which is 59 in a couple of weeks, with my fitness level, I have arthritis in my hands, my legs, my hips, there, could go on and on, but I'm still mobile, and yeah, I can control this. Hey, I'm having some trouble with that today, aren't I? It does not want to stay on. But look at that. Harley Davidson, made in USA, established 1903. Beautiful. It's a bit worn, but again, there's lots of people out there that like that kind of thing, isn't there? You know, a bit of a worn look bike. I don't know much about suspension either, but to me that just looks like, you know, normal suspension. Again, I'll try and get some basic stats to put up at the end. They're not well, they have got kind of spokey wheels, but they're not your old school spoke wheels. Like mag wheels. Oh, that's that back tyre, Continental on the back. Well, there isn't much I can tell you about this particular bike, except that it's nice to ride. So you know what, let's do that. Let's pick all our gear up and let's go